So this probably looks crazy when you're first looking at it, but this can be used to help you reference back. Again, if you get stuck somewhere in the middle, I wouldn't use this to do the problems because you kind of have to develop that instinct of just which way you think you're going to go and just try it. And that comes from practicing homework problems. But I want to show you, for example, if you have molarity, so there's moles of solute over liter of solution, this is one way to get this into the places that it needs to go to. So I just want to point out that if you're trying to get from molarity to mass percent, and we're just following the numerator here. So if we have moles of solute, what our key step in this is that we're going from moles of solute to grams of solute. And I'm going to follow the numerator on the next one also. This one over here is mole fraction. So again, mole fraction with this one started with moles on top, moles, moles, moles. You don't have to even change it. And then down here, this is our molality. And if we keep going down this path, notice that this one didn't have to change either. So really, the only time you have to mess with the numerator is going to be up in this section over here, where you're dealing with mass percent to any of the units. Basically, you're going to have to be messing with the numerator. But the other ones, the numerator comes the way you want it. And then I wanted to point out what's going on here. So this is the only one that's a liter of solution. So I'm going to actually color code this as solution. So this is a solution unit. Notice that this is still solution unit when we're going over to mass percent. There's solution and solution. So when you're dealing with molarity to mass percent, you don't have to like change what you're talking about. But like over here, if you go to the other two units, you're going to have to do some kind of breaking apart so that you can see that we switch into two types of units. And that is supposed to say solvent. Your version says solvent. And then again, if we're going down, you can see that we are broken up into like solvent kind of a thing. So when molarity goes to either mole fraction, or if it goes to molality, you're going to be dealing with a breaking up of the solution, or like a subtraction or an adding. You're going to have to be manipulating this solution around. And then I want to point out that the other thing that is changing for some of these is that, you, trying to get where, there we go. Oh, I already have that color. There we go. I just need to get a different color so that you can kind of see right here. So again, molarity is the only one at all that has the liter situation, and all of the other units have gram situations. And so to get out of molarity, you have to get the density going on. Or to get to molarity, you've got to have a density situation. And again, this is represented right here. So in all of the other cases, if you're switching between the other ones, you're just doing kind of like playing around with the actual gram unit. Because you can see like this one has a gram unit. Let me change again so that it's more clear. So like this one has a gram unit, and then again, this one has gram units, and then this one has gram units. I do want to note, of course, you have to change to kilograms. It feels a little less to me to change to kilograms, but this one is the one, it does have a slightly different situation right there with the grams. And I want to show you again how this one right here, this one changes to moles on the bottom. So you can kind of look and see which steps look like they have more steps going on. But again, some of them have a lot in common. And that kind of makes it easier to see what might be going on with the changing of the solutions. So this can help change things around. And a lot of times we did all of these examples going in that direction. But you can always do it in the other direction also. We did some going in the other direction. Like we did molality to molarity. So we did this direction already. But like if you needed to do mass percent to molarity. That one really only entails using the molar mass on top and then using the density on bottom. So you're just going to go the other way. So that one's not as tricky as the one. The ones that are like have a little bit of thought, and these are the ones where you really have to watch yourself, is when you're dealing with mole fraction, because mole fraction to anyone else is going to have some kind of a broken apart denominator unit right there. Some kind of something that's going on breaking apart in the denominator. So that one's just going to take more like thought process of exactly what's going on. If this chart doesn't help you, or you think that the concept of this chart is confusing, you don't have to use it. As long as you're getting the right answers and they're making sense to you, then you're doing just fine.